Hello and welcome everyone to this video. In this video, I'm going to be taking you all through how to sell your sports cards. So basically we went over which sports to invest in, which players, which teams, so on and so forth. But now we actually have a card and we're ready to make profit on this card, because that's really what the entire course is about, what the entire lecture is about, and we want to profit and make money from flipping sports cards. So in this case, I have this beautiful Young Guns Andrei Svechnikov. Okay, so we have this card and we want to sell it. Personally, my favorite way to do it is through eBay. There's just a lot of positives. A lot of people look to purchase cards on eBay, and yes, there's fees, but again, fees, but more eyeballs, at least to me. It's just a great way of doing it, and of course they do record kind of your reputation through your feedback score. So a card like this, I want a clean background. I like this red, kind of slowly but surely matches with his uniform, and it's just clean. It's a clean background, so I'm going to go ahead and take a photo of the card. Right now, obviously, you could take different photos. We could take one like this. Boom. And again, guys, you do want to get the front and the back of the card. That's super important, because for grading purposes, front and back of the card do get considered. And we'll go about this. Now, I took 4 photos because at the end of the day, people want to see how the card looks, right? They're going to want to look at how well centered is it, how are the corners, how are the edges, how are the surface. So that's why I also took the photo on a slight angle. Now I'm going to go to eBay and I'm going to click on selling. So this is actually the eBay app. Again, this is my personal favorite way of selling sports cards. So if you don't have the eBay app, I highly would suggest getting it. So we're going to hit on selling. I'm going to list an item, and honestly, I'm just going to type in what it is. So this is a Svechnikov Young Gun. So you can just go down. Now, I don't have a BGS 8.5, but likely I'm just going to click on this one. So this card kind of pops to me. There's a lot of writing on here. So I'm just going to click on that. And it's just going to ask you for item specifics. And now we're going to hit sell yours, because we have a card. This card was actually just pulled from a pack, so we're gonna hit brand new. And again, if you guys want to know which kind of condition it is, as I just go back there, basically it had a check mark. But if you don't like the title, very simple, you just hit this little crayon here and you can fix the title. I, however, do like the title. Photos. All you do is click, select from gallery, and we're going to click here. So our main photo, let's say our secondary photo, and our third and our fourth. So I always like to upload around 4 photos, because again, people like to see the condition that the card is in. So eBay's allowing you 4 free photos, might as well use them. Item specifics is really important, so we're going to hit on the crayon here. Again, this is brand new. Just make sure that the player is who it is. Card manufacturer is Upper Deck. This is an ungraded card. Now, you see here where it says year, nothing is currently filled in, but we're actually going to want to fill that in, and you can see what year card this is. As we pick it up, we see here this is a 2018-2019 Upper Deck card, Series 2. So we're going to click year 2018, because that's the first year. 2018-19 automatically populates. Card attributes, I wouldn't necessarily say this is a short print, so we're going to get rid of that. It is Series 2 professional grader. It is not professionally graded. Now again, guys, this does seem like a lot of tedious work, but it's rather important to get eyeballs on your card. So country of manufacturer, it is United States. None of this stuff you really need to go about. Card thickness, now most people don't really look into that, so I mean, of course you can do that if you'd like to. And description, you know, it's automatically going to populate something for description. I always like to add in a little bit extra, right? You could always write something like free combined shipping. And then you can also write ships with bubble mailer. Because believe it or not, people love to check out this type of stuff. So basically that's just going to help humanize the description and again get more eyeballs through it. So pricing, right? This is a section that I believe is rather important. A lot of people love to go with the 99-cent listings, hoping that it goes from 99 cents to $450 or whatever it is. Again, that's a pretty good method and you can go about that route, but it's also going to take you a lot of time on eBay to build up your clientele, to build up your reputation so that people know you are who you are. And again, from my personal experience, when you start a listing at 99 cents, it's not going to sell for the hundreds like you think it is, or even the $20 like you think it is. For the most part, you're gonna have someone being the only bidder, the last second, 99 cents, and you're stuck selling that card for that much money. Now, what I like to do, I like to hit on that little thing. I don't like auctions, and I like buy it now. And you can change the price. Let's say we're happy with $35. We could keep it like that. You know, we could absolutely keep it like that. But a lot of times, again, people like a good deal. So we hit on more options and we'll accept offers. So you can set, you can accept to only receive offers that are, let's say, in this case, $13 or however much you want. In this case, I like to just take off minimum offer sent. And if someone wants to lowball me and offer $1, you know, I will get a notification saying someone wants $1 for this card. So I like to keep that on. Quantity, if you have more than one, change it. But in this case, we just have the one. Schedule start time. So again, if you guys are looking into going the auction route, again, you guys can click on auction, you know, and you can set your starting bid, whatever you want to do. But in this case, we don't want to do that. But if you are, I highly, highly, highly recommend, and I'm just going to change this, but if you are going auction, hit on date. Always, 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 if you can, try to start and end your listing on Sundays. It's been proven time and time and time again that listings that start and end on Sunday sell for around 20% more than any other listing, specifically within the sports card market. The reason being for that, people are home, right? Let's say there's Sunday football on, you know, the games go from around 1 to 4:30, and obviously there's those 4:30 games, and then after that there's not really anything to do till 8, even if there's not football on. And if we don't go that route, because there's no football on, it doesn't matter. People are just home, it's the end of the weekend, and they're looking to spend their money. So you would just hit on that. And a good time that I like to find is 9:30 p.m. And the reason why I say that is because the West Coast, right? So with the time change, you know, if I were to put this at 11 o'clock at night, you know, or if I were to put that even at 7 with the time change, that's almost smack dead in the middle of the day for someone out in LA or anywhere out in the West Coast. Conveniently, you don't want it to, you know, end at 3 a.m. because not many people are going to be awake within the East Coast or maybe even the West Coast. So the time that your listings sell are very, very vital. So if you are going to go the auction route, again, I suggest starting it on a Sunday, ending it on a Sunday, do the free 7-day auction, and again, you want it to end around 9:30 p.m. So that's how I would go about doing that. But in this, we'll just keep it off. And delivery. So delivery is another rather important one. As I've mentioned previously, we don't really want to charge an arm, a leg, and the firstborn baby to ship something out, right? If it only cost you, let's say, $3 to ship something out, don't charge $30 to ship. Now, I know that a lot of people say, oh, well, you know, you can make a lot of good money by selling cheap cards, but you know, at the end of the day, you're just not going to get a good seller feedback, and it's not worth the hassle. So we're gonna go about this. So we're gonna click on the package details, and always say that you don't know the package details. It just makes things so much easier. Okay. And now we can click on select a service. I always like to click on the top one. Again, I'm here in Canada. Might be slightly different for you. Now the shipping costs will automatically default to free, but again, we do want to at least cover our cost. So something like this, buyer pays flat fee. Let's put in $3 to ship. Again, just putting in our convenience factor to actually go out and ship it. So you do make, you know, pennies on the dollar there, but again, it is a reasonable shipping price, at least in my opinion. Always want to ship internationally, right? Let's say we were selling soccer cards. Soccer is the biggest professional sport in the entire world. So if you don't want to limit yourself to just one market, you definitely do want to ship internationally. So definitely offer that option. And then the shipping service, we're going to click. Again, we're going to click on this. If you guys do want to offer any other shipping methods, please go ahead and do it. But for the most part, you're more than fine with these shipping methods. Shipping cost, just because I'm shipping to, let's say, Canada to the United States, I'm going to put in $3.50 because it will cost slightly more. And again, like I said, if you do want to add secondary option, you can do that. Local pickup is also a good one. This just will basically connect both you and the buyer in this case. That way, you know, they can come by and pick it up, or you can come by there and pick it up if you're the buyer. So it works both ways. And that's really it. Preferences. So, you know, payment methods. In this case, that's how they're gonna pay. The handling time, I like to personally put mine to 3 days. That's just me personally. You can change that. Return policy. Honestly, I just have my return policy set to no returns accepted because unfortunately you get people receiving the cards, taking the cards, filing complaints with eBay, saying that they never received the cards when in fact they did, and then who's left paying for it? It's the seller. So save yourself the headaches, at least in my opinion, and I like to put no returns accepted. Again, you can definitely go ahead and offer returns. You might even get a few more sales. But again, this is just in my honest personal opinion, also through my experience. Returns, big headaches. And as you can see here, you can list it for free. So I'm gonna go ahead and hit this big blue button, and I'll have listed this card for free. So we can see that, it's done. Bam. So as you can see here, already got one view, but I'm just gonna go ahead and delete it because I actually don't want to sell this. So I'm gonna end the listing, no longer available for sale. But yeah, guys, that's exactly how you go about selling cards on the internet, specifically on eBay, through your phone. So that's the first method, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Well, that does it for this installment of Red Cape Sports. Thank you all so much for watching. If you guys enjoyed this video, please go ahead and leave us a thumbs up. It really helps us out to grow the channel and to reach more people who love sports card collecting as yourself. And just a reminder, if you guys are interested in learning more than just what we put out here on YouTube, down below in the video description, there is a link to our Udemy course. Ultimately there, you guys can learn tons of different things on how to collect sports cards, protect them, and ultimately invest in the sports card industry. Again, thank you all so much for watching. Till next time.